The information provided by the speakers and/or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
Coming soon to Constructive Talk Network, Critical Thinkers. It's a youth show with a youth perspective on current affairs and issues in Trinidad and Tobago. Critical Thinkers, youth perspective on Constructive Talk. You are listening to Constructive Talk with me, Pastor Google, on the CTN network. The number to call live on Constructive Talk with me, Pastor Google, is 464-7003. Join me, Pastor Google, on Constructive Talk Monday to Thursday from 8:30 p.m. Remember to subscribe and like the page.
Worried and I'm feeling the pain. My faith's been tested time and time again. Oh, but my spirit is determined to believe and to overcome life trials that seem to never done. But still, I kneel before you with a praying song. Lord, I come to pray for the strength and the faith that's required. Amen. I pray for my people to not lose their fire. Amen. Sending prayers for those who suffering in silence. Amen. Grant them wisdom, cures, clarity and guidance. Amen. I pray for the young and I pray for the old. Cover their minds, Lord, don't let them lose control. Though we stand in sin, our transgressions are many. Thank God for the life that He gave me. To all you who doubting and losing faith, time to congregate, no time to separate. I'm calling on the prayer warriors in the country. Come for Trinidad, need we, cause I say Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. Life is getting harder to manage. Oh yeah. The plan you had for us, it's vanishing because the violence. Lord, the nation in distress. What's it gonna take? We need a rest. It's time that we repent and we confess. Cause Lord, I'm tired of the bloodshed, it rising in numbers. Amen. I'm tired see the youth choose the path of plunder. Amen. Can't walk the street in peace is a problem. Father, intervene, please save your children. Amen. I pray for them gangs and surrender your soul. You're not fully done, but you're fully in control. To change up your mindset and clean up your community. Thank God for the life that He gave we. To all you who doubting and losing faith, time to congregate and no time to separate. I'm calling all the prayer warriors in the country. Come for Trinidad, need we, cause I say Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. Deception is spreading, it's trending. Oh yeah. Greed and lies has surely shake we faith. Hearts gone cold, the wicked quoting well. Doubt in a place where hope should dwell. We all have to answer to you, so knees go bend. In the end, Lord, I pray for the leaders to lead with integrity. Amen. So my people could thrive and provide for the family. Amen. I really fed up on the racism, hate the division. Amen. We all have history here, don't matter your religion. I pray for all and false prophets that mislead your flock. Lord, open the eyes of the sheep that they mock. I pray in your strength and we in solidarity. Thank God for the life that He gave we. So all you who doubting and losing faith, time to congregate and no time to separate. I'm calling all the prayer warriors in the country. Come for Trinidad, need we. Cause I say Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. With you we walking through the fire. Amen. To make it we must stand together. Amen. To build safer communities. Amen. Enjoy the life that you give away. You are a feeling to behold. Amen. Guide all straying souls. Amen. Who God bless, no man curse. Speak it in the universe. I say, Lord bless protection around way. Amen. So the devil can't touch we. Amen. Remove evil mind and jealousy. Amen. Keep we away from that jumping. Oh Lord, Lord, I feel a joy in my soul. Amen. Cause you always in control. Amen. The only way that I know. Amen. Make a joyful noise and sing with me. Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. Amen.
Like what happened? Like we get them the place to run and like they cannot run it or what? Like we get them the place to run and like they cannot run it? What going on? What happened? I said that talk. We get all the place to run while run it, brother.
After me surround the marathon and pull the running. Get the chance to burn down the place and put the money.
Mass firings, compounded lies, a vindictive AG, a two-day prime minister that is ready to bust her ministers' heads. The UNC cannot run this place.
They must never break our spirit. But people, I want to settle down and talk to you all seriously. A time is coming very soon where we have to stop sitting down in these rooms and start to use our feet, you know. And I feel that time is now. The time is now. Let me tell you why. When people don't care about you and they're showing you they don't care about you, you must show them that I don't care about you too, but we care about we. And we must show this government that we are citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and we have every right to live in this country as everybody else. If you look like a PNM, they fire you. If you smell like a PNM, they fire you. If you walk like a PNM, they fire you. If you talk like a PNM, they fire you. And this budget is no different. We have to stand, and at the time coming, oh, you see this meeting in these rooms? We had to leave these rooms, you know, people. We had to leave these rooms, you know.
state of emergency or not, we will obey the law. We will walk in single file. We will write to ask for permission. But we must be out on the streets to let them know that we're not taking what they're trying to give we. Let me tell you how deceitful and deceptive this government is.
Local government election come in and they seem to have a problem with Port of Spain. But as the MP for Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West, you have plenty more problems coming your way. Plenty. Look outside here and you will see Central Block, Port of Spain General Hospital. If you all don't open that in the next few months, we will be outside that hospital waiting for you. Because it is the people of Port of Spain, Diego Martin, Lavantil, all of us who looking for employment in that hospital. And just because it's built by the P&M, go play your comment and lick it up.
Well, good evening, Trinidad and Tobago, and good evening, by extension, the world. And those of you who are listening to Constructive Talk with me, Pastor Google, just letting you all know on Friday, the 8th of May, 2026. Thank you, Mama, the Mayor of Port of Spain. Good to see the Mayor of Port of Spain. He's having a Mother's Day concert. Admission is free. All right. You can contact any one of your counselors if you live in the Port of Spain area, and they would be able to give you a good to see ticket to be there. It is a ticketed affair in the sense of you must have a ticket to attend. Doors open at 5:30 and the show time is at 6 p.m. And well, as I would have informed you yesterday or last evening, the Mayor of Port of Spain has asked that this event be broadcast live on Constructive Talk. So again, we want to thank him very, very much for, considering Constructive Talk to be able to share. All right? Share the event with you guys.
I started to run when I scope out my country. I walk by a gun, ole, 'cause that is what they promise we. A lot's going on in the sun, so I come here to bring wisdom, so we don't burn down. We lovely society. See, a new government has the assignment to put we country into alignment. But every time they read us with their ego, it's the vulnerable who feeling that below. Lord, is it ignorance or is it arrogance? I don't know what to call it in this instance. Look at paradise right in front we eyes, but we still want to talk about who we despise. Tell me where else can we go? If we start to mash up the good things we know. Tell me where else can we go? If we treat we traditions like a Barbie show, you could fix everything on we island. Put gunships on we back like a tyrant. You could put 10 radars all up Scarborough. But don't forget, this is Trinidad. citizen will agree that no oppression will be accepted by our Trini. We come from long days on the ground, working hard until daylight come, so we'll see it wrong to be a financial donkey. Cause every day we see a new taxation that causing a new kind of sufferation. And when you don't create that irritation, you send police to fix with desperation. Lord, where's the common sense? Where's the true intent to make you think oppression is relevant? Don't be shocked, my friend, when we start to bend and you see them placards in front of the parliament. Tell me where else can we go? If we little children are not free to grow. Tell me where else can we go? If they try to ban the words in the calypso, you could try to stop social media or the taping of police murders. You could rewrite a bill like this also. But don't forget, this is Trinidad. Take one look around. Even lingo and all could see confusions in tongue, and it's affecting everybody. Politicians and Facebook trolls, even Kai's audience lost their role. The world's upside down, and I'm worried for my country. Cause every day I see victimization, racial and social aberration. We saying is love need to go wrong, but we spreading this thing like a toxin. Man, things getting so tense, some can't pay their rent, and the effect of this feeling permanent. But what scares me though, just so that you know, is the money we about to borrow. Tell me where else can we go? If the IMF start to pull we toe. Tell me where else can we go? If we toilet paper start to run too low, you could stress out the CPEP worker.
All right, so again, let me say good evening to those of you locked on to Constructive Talk with me, Pastor Google, and on the CTN network. And it's my pleasure to be here with you guys again to discuss current affairs, issues, and matters that's happening not just in Trinidad and Tobago, by extension, the world. A long time I haven't had an international guest, but I'm going to try to get someone from the UK. I'm going to try to get someone from America and Canada, because we try to inform and educate you based on information that's happening not just in Trinidad and Tobago, as I said earlier, but by extension the world. So you just heard Helan Francis, and he would have sung a song there, 2026, sorry, it's 2026 Calypso. And let me tell you this, sometimes I come on here and, you know, I have so much I want to see, so much I want to see, so much I feel I want to see. But there are times when I'm overwhelmed by some of the things that's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. The crime situation is still going on. You still have a serious crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago. Last night, when you heard, it was a murder last night. I didn't hear anything about it on the news. Ian Allen would have had it on. We see where a government senator his vehicle was robbed. His vehicle was robbed. Government senator, naked, vehicle was robbed. Saturday, 2 men die in Claxton Bay in a car crash. Sunday, 2 men die in a car accident in Tobago. Monday, 2 men burned to death in a car. Last night, a murder. But better days. Better days are coming. Better days are coming. Better days are coming. Children, stop your crocodile tears. Stop it. Why? Because what? The Prime Minister say, better days are coming. I don't know about you, I don't know about you. But when Black Stallion sang this song, I do think Miss Bissessa took in the words of the song. Listen to the beginning of the song. I tell you, the Prime Minister didn't listen to this guy, so She quoting Black Stallion, but she didn't listen to Black Stallion because he say you're lying and you're lying and you're lying and you're lying.
Bus workers on strike all day.
Somebody taking me for a fool. Somebody taking us for a fool. The Prime Minister tell the nation Saturday. She quoting from Black Stallion song, better days coming.
6 million for schools and for bombs.
Black Stallion sang this song in 1984. As a little boy, I went to school with his son Shaka. We were in the same primary school together. Shaka and I went to the same primary school together. So this song, hey.
A better world.
So Mr. Black Stallion just said something about guns. Hey, they really say that Calypsonians, some Calypsonians are prophets. They really say that some Calypsonians just bring out the truth. They really say that, you know. Everything you hear Black Stallion sing about there, come on, let's be honest. Let's be real. So let's listen to some of the things that was in the news this evening. Some things that jumped out at me in the news this evening. Let's look at it. So while we are being promised that better days, better times are coming, you're quoting from a black man called Black Stallion, better days are coming, but you didn't listen to the Kaiso, because if you didn't listen to the Calypso, you'd have realized that you can't quote that. Don't quote that song. Find our next song. Because that song doesn't represent what you're promising. Because in the same song, the same black man telling people, oh, they what's going on now. They're lying and they're lying and they're lying and they're lying. Are they hearing me? I want to follow hearing me. I'm not sure if they're hearing me. No. I want to make sure they're hearing. Because we're going into some discussions this evening here. That, let me tell you something. Boy, if we don't wake up as a nation, well, we will see who the better days will come for. I hope you're hearing me, no? I really hope you're hearing me. Because we're going to see who the better days will come for.
I said give me a let them go. That is the
A labor market statistician and political forecasting expert says the United National Congress remains in a position to win another general election if the country went to the polls today.
Dr. Justin Pear's analysis today comes on the UNC's first anniversary in office. Dr. Pear says his data-driven model continues to favor the Prime Minister. He points to a growing support base, particularly among women, and says her popularity has been trending upward since last year's general election.
One of the main reasons she will be successful is because in terms of the base, that she has a strong base, and her base, her message is for her base, so she'll be stronger among her base. But most importantly, the opposition, the opposition has some issues.
Dr. Pierce says while Penelope Beckles is the current political leader of the PNM, he questions whether there may be infighting within the party that can possibly erode its support base.
The friction in leadership is hurting the PNM more than it is benefiting them. So maybe the leaders of the PNM should come together and decide who is the one leader.
Well, Dr. Pierre contends that information is rooted in historical data, regular surveys, and econometrics.
While today marks a moment of celebration for the UNC, for the People's National Movement, it's a moment of reflection on what went wrong.
Opposition Senator Faris Al-Rawi says while the UNC secured a commanding victory, winning 26 seats to the PNM's 13, he does not view the result as overwhelming. He pointed to low voter turnout, noting that more than 100,000 people stayed away from the polls. Al-Rawi says the result reflects a disconnect between the PNM and the public, while emphasizing that the outcome is ultimately a function of democracy at work.
I thought that the PNM had a lot of work to do in terms of engaging the public. I definitely think that is something that reflected in the poll. And Trinidad and Tobago has the clear knowledge now that democracy has consequences, right?
Who do you blame for the PNM's loss in this last election? Who do you hold accountable in the party?
The PNM. This is a collective enterprise.
Opposition leader Penelope Beckles is expected to speak on the PNM's past year since the April 28th general election.
Welcome back. A labour market statistician and political forecasting expert says the United National Congress remains in a position to win another general election if the country went to the polls today.
Dr.
You all heard that? You all heard that statement? Political analysts saying that if an election is called in the morning, Ms. Bissessa will win, the UNC will win that election. You ever heard that?
Justin Pierre's analysis today comes.
Welcome back. A labour market statistician and political forecasting expert says the United National Congress remains in a position to win another general election if the country went to the polls today.
Dr. Justin Pierre's analysis today comes on the UNC's first anniversary in office. Dr. Pierre says his data-driven model continues to favour the Prime Minister. He points to a growing support base, particularly among women, and says her popularity has been trending upward since last year's general election.
One of the main reasons she will be successful is because in terms of the base, that she has a strong base, and her base, her message is for her base, so she will be stronger among her base. But most importantly,
what he's saying there, not making any sense to me. She is popular among her base. She is popular among her base. That's what he's saying. That the UNC political leader, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessa, is popular among her base. Her base is 19 seats. The 19 seats that her base is, they never move from her. Between 19 to 18 seats is UNC. So when he says she is popular among her base, yeah, Yeah, that's what he's saying. But I want you to listen. There's something he's saying that he's not saying. And that what he's saying, to me, ain't making sense. But this evening, you will unravel it for me. Well, I shouldn't say to making sense. But you unravel it. Right? Listen to what he is saying.
Welcome back. A labor market statistician and political forecasting expert says the United National Congress remains in a position to win another general election if the country went to the polls today.
Dr. Justin Pear's analysis today comes on the UNC's first anniversary in office. Dr. Pear says his data-driven model continues to favor the Prime Minister. He points to a growing support base, particularly among women, and says her popularity has been trending upward since last year's general election.
One of the main reasons she would be successful is because in terms of the base, that she has a strong base, and her base, her message is for her base, so she should be stronger among her base. But most importantly, the opposition has some issues.
Dr. Pear says while Penelope Beckles is the current political leader of the PNM, he questions whether there may be infighting within the party that can possibly erode its support base.
The friction in leadership is hurting the PNM more than it is benefiting them. So maybe the leaders of the PNM should come together and decide who is the one leader.
Well, Dr. Pear contends that information is rooted in historical data, regular surveys, and econometrics.
While today marks a moment of celebration for the UNC, for the People's National Movement, it's a moment of reflection on what went wrong.
Opposition Senator Faris Al-Rawi says while the UNC secured a commanding victory, winning 26 seats to the PNM's 13, he does not view the result as overwhelming. He pointed to low voter turnout, noting that more than 100,000 people stayed away from the polls. Al-Rawi says the result reflects a disconnect between the PNM and the public, while emphasizing that the outcome is ultimately a function of democracy at work.
I thought that the PNM had a lot of work to do in terms of engaging the public. I definitely think that is something that reflected in the poll. And Trinidad and Tobago has the clear knowledge now that democracy has consequences, right?
Who do you blame for the PNM's loss in this last election? Who do you hold accountable in the party?
The PNM. This is a collective enterprise.
Nurses across the country began their work to rule today as they seek to implement a strict nurse-to-patient ratio of no more than 6.
Opposition leader Penelope Beckles is expected to speak on the PNM.
Welcome back. A labor market statistician and political forecasting expert says the United National Congress remains in a position to win another general election if the country went to the polls today.
Dr. Justin Pear's analysis today comes on the UNC's first anniversary in office. Dr. Pear says his data-driven model continues to favor the Prime Minister. He points to a growing support base, particularly among women, and says her popularity has been trending upward since last year's general election.
One of the main reasons she would be successful is because in terms of the base, that she has a strong base, and her base, her message is for her base, so she should be stronger among her base. But most importantly, the opposition has some issues.
Dr. Pear says while Penelope Beckles is the current political leader of the PNM, he questions whether there may be infighting within the party that can possibly erode its support base.
The friction in leadership is hurting the PNM more than it is benefiting them. So maybe the leaders of the PNM should come together and decide who is the one leader.
Well, Dr. Pear contends that information is rooted in historical data, regular surveys, and econometrics.
While today marks a moment of celebration for the UNC, for the People's National Movement, it's a moment of reflection on what went wrong.
Opposition Senator Faris Al-Rawi says while the UNC secured a commanding victory, winning 26 seats to the PNM's 13, he does not view the result as overwhelming. He pointed to low voter turnout, noting that more than 100,000 people stayed away from the polls. Al-Rawi says the result reflects a disconnect between the PNM and the public, while emphasizing that the outcome is ultimately a function of democracy at work.
I thought that the PNM had a lot of work to do in terms of engaging the public. I definitely think that that is something that reflected in the poll. And Trinidad and Tobago has the clear knowledge now that democracy has consequences, right?
Who do you blame for the PNM's loss in this last election? Who do you hold accountable in the party?
The PNM. This is a collective enterprise.
Opposition leader Penelope Beckles is expected to speak on the PNM's past year since the April 28th general election.
Political analyst Dr. Shade Mohammed has given the UNC government a grade of 66% after its first year in office, saying only a handful of ministers are carrying the weight. Dr. Mohammed says just 8 of the 26 ministers are performing strongly alongside the Prime Minister. He believes the administration has shown resilience, but warns that many in cabinet need to step up if the government is to deliver on its promises.
That's a B. It's like short of a B plus, but it's in a B grade. Right. And that is because the government is being carried by 8 out of 26 ministers. People need to get serious. Again, I also said in that report, you can't be governing with bad mind and malice and get out of public service.
Dr. Mohammed also noted that while the Prime Minister has kept her team together without major scandals, the economy and diversification remain urgent challenges.
He added that the next year will be critical for the administration to prove it can move beyond rhetoric and deliver results, especially in areas like trade, investment, and foreign policy.
Today we asked, who do you believe is the top performing government minister so far? Here's what you had to say.
Of course, Kamala Prasad Bisasa. She has helped me out a lot throughout the years and still is. I want to thank you so much, Prime Minister.
Boy, it really hard to answer that question. But the only thing is the crime and the crime and the crime. All government come, government go is the same thing.
I love Miss John, Jillian John. She's a very hard-working officer. She's on the ground, right, Joe? And I have confidence in her. She's doing a very good job.
Neither of them. Why? Because they make promises and they don't keep either of them.
Best performing, I don't think any of them really, because it's basically still relying on what was from the previous government. So performance ain't really come out as yet. So they still have ways to go.
Political analyst Dr. Shade Mohammed has given the UNC government a grade of 66% after its first year in office, saying only a handful of ministers are carrying the weight. Dr. Mohammed says just 8 of the 26 ministers are performing strongly alongside the Prime Minister. He believes the administration has shown resilience, but warns that many in cabinet need to step up if the government is to deliver on its promises.
That's a B. It's like short of a B plus, but it's in a B grade. Right. And that is because the government is being carried by 8 out of 26 ministers. People need to get serious. Again, I also said in that report, you can't be governing with bad mind and malice and get out of public service.
Dr. Mohammed also noted that while the Prime Minister has kept her team together without major scandals, the economy and diversification remain urgent challenges.
He added that the next year will be critical for the administration to prove it can move beyond rhetoric and deliver results, especially in areas like trade, investment and foreign policy.
Today we asked, who do you believe is the top performing government minister so far? Here's what you had to say.
Of course, Kamala Prasad Bisasa. She has helped me out a lot throughout the years and still is. I want to thank you so much, Prime Minister.
Boy, it really hard to answer that question. But the only thing is the crime and the crime and the crime. All government come, government go is the same thing.
I love Miss John, Jillian John. She's a very hard-working officer. She's on the ground, right, and I have confidence in her. She's doing a very good job.
Neither of them. Why? Because they make promises and they don't keep either of them.
Best performing, I don't think any of them really, because it basically still relying on what was from the previous government. So performance ain't really come out as yet. So they still have ways to go.
I don't know. Well, that help me tonight, because I feel something must be wrong with me. I don't know. Something must be wrong with me and my hearing this evening. So, what the people see on the government celebrating a year in office, and they did the people see. All right, they did a people, but the people see meter. They went on the ground. They would have spoken to 5 persons. 5 persons. One person said they love Miss Bisasa. Why they love Miss Bisasa? Because Miss Bisasa help her personally. She get personal help through the years, so she loved Miss Bisasa. As the first video I played, the analysis said that the woman in her base love her. That was one of them we met today. We heard today. The second one say none of them. All of them is the same thing. PNM, UNC is the same thing. High crime, the same thing. None of them is different. That's what one of them said. A lady. Another lady said Jillian John. She said Jillian John is working. Jillian John working? I still seeing potholes. You still have bad roads. Jillian John working? I don't know. Somebody need to tell me Jillian John working? In your areas that you all are living in, you all seeing, just tell me yes or no on the live. Those of you on the chat, Jillian John working in your area? Because she ain't working in mine. She surely ain't working in my area. So I am asking for you to tell me. I want you to tell me if Miss John is working in your area. If Miss John is working in your area, please just tell me yes or no on the live. So on the live, you could tell. Somebody said yes. Oh, no. That person said yes. No, I agree with you. All right. Somebody said no. So if Miss John is working in your area, I would like for you to just indicate on the live, yes, Miss John is working in my area. All right. So the person said that she loved Miss Jillian John. She loved Miss John. She loved Jillian John. All right? Because she believes that Miss John is one of the hard-working MPs in the government. The fourth person said no. There's none of them. They're keeping promises. They're making promises that they cannot keep. The fifth person said none of them. So you just had 2 persons out of the survey that said One said Miss Bisessa because she have a personal relationship with her. The next one said Shirley John because I don't know why. I am waiting for you all to tell me in the chat if Miss John is doing work in your community. Just tell me yes or no. Somebody said not in Belmont. I'm not taking on your show tonight. Nah, Google. I don't understand. Okay, well, Kai, bye-bye. Thanks for being on. Somebody said what? But she must be working in the lady area. Okay. So you tell me if Miss John is doing work. Okay, so the person is saying maybe Miss John is doing work in her area. Well, you tell me if Miss John is doing work in your area. All right. Shane Mohammed. Shane Mohammed gave the government a 66 pass, a B. But he said only 8 ministers working. Only 8 ministers working. So here's what I want to do this evening. I want you, Trinidad and Tobago, to call in and tell me who are the 8 ministers that is working in this government. Who is the 8? I would like for you to call in and tell me who you believe is the 8 ministers working in this government. The number to call is 464.
Here we go.
464.
I said, give me a F.
464-7003.
Them know that is the code.
So you call in and tell me who you think is the 8 government ministers that working and popping up this government. Who is the 8? I could give only who I feel is the 8. Barry Parat, they may say. Julian John. I don't know. Only, I don't know. Colin, tell me. I don't know. I lost. I stick right.
Lies, what is the fate? Enough of them want to change the vote, but it is too late. You see the FA, FO. I see the FA. Now they got FO. A young man for sure to snap the election fingers fast. Although every poll warn you, that would have be a shock. FA, FO. I said the FA. Now they go FO.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Tell me, who are the 8 ministers you think that Mr. Shane Mohammed is talking about that popping up the government?
I don't know, Pastor Google. I really can't answer that question. But Pastor Google, could I say one thing? If they are so confident that because all the analysts I'm hearing saying that the PNM is at its weakest and the government are 19 short seats, and they are so confident that I think they're indicating that the PNM might get more monthly. They might get more to show the PNM up not for good. That's like when me monthly pull off in Barbados. So like wait and see. Is that what they want? That what they want to try? What they want to show the PNM up for good? UNC by calling the next general election to watch the PNM face him up. Well, alright, all the way. Why you see? We do what I do, but the thing PNM matters because but all the political analysts say so, you know. I call Pastor Google.
All right, thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello, hi, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Caller, you are live. Going once. All right.
First thing we see when we...
Hello, good evening, caller.
Good evening, Pastor Google. The only thing those ministers working is their mouth. They hear nothing else.
All right.
Because they're doing nothing, all they do is complaining about 9 years of PNM, 9 years of PNM, and they ain't doing one iota of nothing. Okay? Have a good night.
Thank you very much. Right, I continue to take your calls. 464-7003. 464-7003. 464-7003.
But look, Donald, distracting when it's so...
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Good evening, ma'am.
And to your loyal listeners.
Thank
So
you.
I think I have the 8.
Tell me the 8.
Michelle Benjamin.
Michelle in for the carnival. Right.
Michelle Benjamin.
Uh-huh.
Jolene John.
Jolene John.
Alexander.
Which Alexander? Wait.
Homeland Security.
Okay, Homeland Security.
Homeland Security. The other Alexander.
Which?
Philip Alexander. Philip Alexander. How much are we there? 4?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Padarat. Minister Padarat. 5. Khadija Amin.
Khadija. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Khadija Amin.
Uh-huh.
The Minister of Transformation and something.
Okay, the young boy.
The IT person.
Dominic.
Oh. The IT person.
Yeah, Dominic is his name.
Oh, I know his name.
Yeah, Dominic.
Who is he? And the Attorney General.
Okay, Attorney General John Jeremy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he has been bringing bills to Parliament. That's what he's paid to do.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. I like this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Have a good night, Pastor.
Same to you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Southie.
Well, in South, you could say that. I in my place. In South.
I don't hear me, but I just watch all your programs.
Oh, God, thank you very much, Mommy Sauce.
I don't hear the obedient structure taking you in. Well, let me tell you, that is a ghost gang. That is a ghost gang because they're doing nothing. You understand? That is a ghost gang. It is a ghost gang. That investigate them.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mommy Sauce.
But that is a sure ghost gang, and they like to talk ghost. That is ghost gang.
Thank you very much, Mommy Sauce. The program getting hot now. Mommy Sauce calling. That is a hot program. Hello, good evening. Oh my gosh. Caller, call back. Caller. No. I call him back, that caller. I took off that caller by mistake. I call him back, that caller, you know. Hey, Laman, just now, what going on there? What going on here? Let me see if there's a... Oh, gosh. Hello, good evening. Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Pastor Google.
Good evening, sir. Who is your 8?
I'm a first-time caller to your program.
Where are you calling me from?
From Valencia.
Valencia. Thank you very much, sir, for calling.
Well, before we go any further and to get involved with that, I just want to know, because I wanted to educate the people on them. I would like you to play a calypso. That is Maestro. Trinidadians really don't know what they want.
All right. I will see if it's copyrighted. Once it's copyrighted, I can play it.
I will make my contribution thereafter I get along with the program. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Who is the 8? Who is your 8? Okay. Who is your 8? Hello? All right. Hello? Who is this boy? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Who is your 8?
My 8, I feel the analyst. I started with the Prime Minister.
Okay, the Prime Minister. Wait, don't go too fast. I'm writing here, I know. The Prime Minister.
The Attorney General.
The Attorney General.
The Minister of Works and Infrastructure.
All right, Julian John.
The Minister of Homeland Security.
What? What's his name again? Alexander?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Khadija Amin.
Okay. Uh-huh.
The Minister of Culture.
Michelle. Uh-huh. So that's Minister 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-huh.
The Minister of Trade and Industry.
What? Trade and Industry, you say, no?
Yeah.
What's his name? Something Maraj? That's right, don't Trade and Industry.
Yeah.
I ain't going through that.
Yeah. That is the makeup man, Kamamat Maraj.
Right. And who again? Wait, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, one more.
Yeah, and the last person, I would say, is the leader of government business.
Parat?
Yeah.
Okay, people ain't getting water. I hear people calling Dale and Tony show this morning, cussing and saying they ain't getting no water.
Yes, but I will call back and give more people opportunity to give their it.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, but
thank you. Hello, good evening.
I say the government business.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yes, hello, good evening, Pastor.
Talk to me.
Miss Arima speaking here.
Miss Arima.
In between, I ain't too sure what is the question, because I'm hearing you too good.
All right, so here was the question. The question is, they are saying that there are 8 ministers that is holding up this government right now. Right? 8 ministers holding up this government right now. Who would you call as the 8 ministers?
Holding up as in how? Holding them as to keep them in government or humbugging a situation?
Nah, keeping them in government. They're working.
Really? I don't find any one of them working. Jolene John does walk. They call she, the Johnny Walker.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The Homeland Security Minister, he ain't doing nothing for crime. Right? The next one, Wayne Sturge, same thing. Nothing for the crime.
Uh-huh.
The only thing is SOE.
Mm-hmm.
The Prime Minister talking rubbish. How much account there? So far? 4 or 3? 4. Then Barry Padarat only studying to shake up himself and change the outfit, have himself bareback, all this kind of thing. He go on there to pose. So I reach 5 there. Right. Michelle Benjamin try a thing for the carnival with the Flavor Village. Right. They had all kind of complaint.
Mm-hmm.
She and Coltier, right?
6.
Good. So 6. Then with help, he is a geriatric. Right? That's Daulat. Is Daulat?
Yeah.
Who in health?
Yeah, no, Daulat is education.
Education. Well, forget that part. Then the health minister is a geriatric. Daulat is an ex-geriatric. Right? Then we have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That 8. That 8.
8. I could go on, you know.
No. Don't go on. Don't go on. We good there. We good
but
there.
I talk the truth. I just get blows for talking the truth, you know.
I hear you. So that's your 8. Miss Arima, write it up here, Miss Arima.
Right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Until another time. Good night.
Same to you. All right. So Miss Arima gave her 8. 2 again. All right. So basically, if I check it properly, all right, Mr. Simpleton and the lady who called, the only person I think Mr. Simpleton would have added in and the lady who called in didn't add in was the Prime Minister. But other than that, their lists kind of collaborate together. All right. Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good evening, sir.
I like your last caller. I didn't get the question, but right now, these geriatrics that trying to run this country is a total failure. So the people who trying to hold up the country, trying to hold up with at gunpoint. So I don't know how this question going to turn, but the Minister of Finance, he's our main culprit. The Prime Minister.
So, all right. So you're giving me your list.
I'm giving you a list.
All right. So the PM, the Minister of Finance.
Yeah, the Finance Minister.
All right.
The talker man, Homeland Security.
All right, Homeland Security.
Sturge.
You really put what Sturge do? Sorry. No, I take that back. This is your list. This is your list. No, wait, no, don't explain. You continue. I was out of place. I was out of place. I'm sorry.
No, wait, you're in place. Here what happened. I reconstruct. Listen, you asking who really holding the country together. That's the question, right?
The question is
what? Country together.
No, the question was said, or the statement was said by a political analyst. Who are the 8 hard-working ministers?
Oh boy!
So she said because he said that it's only 8 hard-working ministers that is holding this government together, or holding or really doing the work. So my thing is.
Hold on. So here what to do? Scratch. Draw some line through them names there. Draw some line through them same name I call you. We're going to start over.
All right, start over.
Right? None of the above. Go on. None.
All right, sir. All right.
Right. Good.
All right.
I'm going to listen off it.
All right, listen off it. All right, sir.
None of them. All of them are the good, but a big hole and jump all of them in.
Oh, Lord. All right, so let me play over. I'm going to play over the clip so that you all have a clear understanding, those of you calling in, of what I am asking you all to give me. I would like for 8. All right, let me play it.
Political analyst Dr. Shade Mohammed has given the UNC government a grade of 66% after its first year in office, saying only a handful of ministers are carrying the weight. Dr. Mohammed says just 8 of the 26 ministers are performing strongly alongside the Prime Minister. He believes the administration has shown resilience.
All right, so Mr. Shane Mohammed is saying that there's only 8 ministers who are performing. 8. The 8 that we have so far is Michelle Benjamin, Julian John, Alexander Homeland Security, Barry Padarat, Khadija Amin, John Jeremy, Philip Alexander. Right? There's one caller. Another caller. The Prime Minister, the Attorney General, Ms. Julian John, Alexander, Khadija Amin, Michelle Benjamin, Barry Padarat. Right? So those are the names that we have so far. All right, Ms. Arima say, Julian John, Alexander, PM, Hawaii. No, not Hawaii. Was that Hawaii down there? Alexander, Barry Padarat, Michelle Benjamin, Minister of Health, Minister of Education. So you are to call in now. I'll take some more of your calls. You are to call me now and tell me, who are your 8 performing, who you believe are the 8 performing ministers in this government? Good evening.
Yes, Pastor Google, good evening. How are you doing?
Are you okay?
Right. That's very, very quickly. This is a critically important topic. Once again, there is, I can't give you 8, but there is one mastermind that is putting infrastructure in place for enslavement. You see, Mr. Saddam Hussein, that man is working his socks off. He is the mastermind behind the whole directive for where this current government is taking Trinidad and Tobago. I'll give you an example. I cannot give you 8, but you see that one is he put in on a master class in how to be nefarious. He has, number one, he digitized the laws. Then he went quietly. He digitized bedside birth registration, and it's all in the name of convenience. Then they digitize what they call the thing for the airport, immigration. Right? Quietly going about his business. He digitized the laws, digitized bedside registration. He digitized the immigration thing. Right? The only thing this man is missing, and he's going to commit it within the next 6 months to a year, is CBDC. Saddam Hussein is working his socks off, Pastor Google, and people dreaming and gazing and laughing. Digital enslavement is here. Saddam Hussein is the mastermind behind this thing. This man is not playing, Pastor Google. Saddam Hussein is the mastermind. He's working his socks off. He is fucking up that government.
He's the one who's doing all the land distribution too, eh?
Pastor Google, have you been looking at social media where the people in Grenada getting kicked off a crown land? Isn't it how convenient it is? You remember the AG said, who they come in for everybody. You will own nothing and be happy. This is what we're dealing with. You're going to own nothing and be happy. You say all those who hide in their assets in trust, we come in for all year. You could mix public and private. Pastor Google, Saddam Hussein putting on a master class. Notice nobody not calling his name, eh?
No, that people. One person.
Quietly going about his business. He digitized the laws. He digitized bedside registration. He digitized immigration, right? So there's 3 shackles right there. The last shackle is going to be central bank digital currency. Once you get that, forget about it, Pastor Google. You can't leave, you're fully digitally enslaved.
All right.
Nobody calling Saddam Hussein putting on a master class in how to mind your business. He's single-handedly putting on a clinic on how to do it, how to mind your business quiet.
All right.
Digital laws, digital bedside registration, birth registration. That $1 billion bond that they take out, Pastor, who had to pay it back? That enslaved them from bedside. You have to enslave them from bed. This is debt slavery, Pastor Google. And Dr. Rowley told them, see, for them made a mistake. This is the only thing that is in the central bank decision currency, and it coming. Pastor Google, you have a good night. Please continue sounding the alarm, Pastor Google. This thing is not a joke. Within a year, the man who was crying.
I would like, I would like to know. You know, one of the things I would like to get the freedom of information to know.
Yes.
How much people so far has gotten land for the landless and has gotten colony land for the year that they have been in office. For the year that they have been in office, I would like to know how much persons have gotten land.
Well, you know what we had to do, Pastor Go? We had to fire that information because they're not putting it in the public domain.
Yeah, we need to know that.
The young man sounded the warning last night and said the young couple, which you know what it is, Pastor Google, as a young couple for you to get land as a gift.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to find out that.
Who giving you, the people who thinking generationally, Pastor Google will give you land for a gift. Instead of getting, you go on a registry and you get some cup and plate and thing and you have nowhere to live. They getting land, letters of comfort. You telling me they don't know what it is coming? If they vacant people of a crown land in Grenada, it means that somebody was talking about the investors and them who buying up property in Barbados. We have to wake up, Pastor Google. Trinidadians buying up the land in Barbados. Who have the capacity to buy land elsewhere? This is insider trading that going on. If you know what it is coming, Pastor Google, you wouldn't position yourself. Why they getting letters of comfort?
But my thing is, and that's why I said what I said last night, that we need to listen to what they're saying. Some of us don't want to hear what they're saying, but we need to know what they're saying so we can be aware and we can position ourselves properly. When you pretend and you don't want to hear what they have to say, then clearly we are burying our heads in the sand.
Well, Pastor, but the beautiful thing about it is there is somebody that is raising the alarm. Again, you can lead the horse to water, you cannot make it drink, Pastor. So be forewarned is to be forearmed. You could position yourself from now. Maybe you could pivot. I get to realize George Young was integral, Pastor Google, for the direction that they wanted to pivot away. You remember this country's economy almost crashed in 2008, you know, Pastor Google. You remember Teixeira? We have short memories. We have short memories, Pastor Google. Look, digital laws, digital birth side registration. Then you have, I'll leave with this, Pastor Google. The state has jurisdiction over 5 categories: legal persons, 2 franchises, 3 debtors, 4 decedents, 5 wards of the state. You better hope that you're not in any one of them 5 categories, you know, because then the state have jury. Imagine $10,000 for a ticket, $20,000 for a ticket. Then you have, what do you call it? Every 4 months, every quarter, you have to pay $2,500. And you're, right now, Pastor Google, I have a relative abroad that's scrambling to try to get a BIR number. You don't know why?
Yeah, I know why. But I hear you. I don't want to because a lot of people are calling in, and I want to get them. I want to get them on. All right. So to the caller who was calling just now, I know that was a first time caller who was trying to get in just now. You can try your best to try to get back in. I'm sorry, I missed your call. All right. So we don't want to belabor the point, but I just really wanted to hear how you all thinking about the 8 ministers that are propping up this government. The 8 ministers, right? And from what the political analyst is saying is that, you know, those 8 ministers are really the ones who are holding up this government. And I really wanted to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts about those 8 ministers? Let me see if this is the first time caller. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
The Prime Minister. Philip Alexander. And Anil. Working hard to tell the most lies.
All right. No.
Saddam Hussein.
Okay.
to make sure that African people don't get land.
All right, but you just call out their names now. Don't try to because if you say things like
Well,
that,
I tell you what they're working to do. I'm telling you what they're working to do.
yeah, but you might put me
Good
in
job.
problem. You might put me in problems.
All right, thanks.
All right, okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening there.
Hi, good evening.
All right. A gentleman just now started with Mr. Cesar, right?
Yeah.
But I could remember in the last incarnation, somebody said she had a 5-day weekend, but right now she have a 7-day weekend. Because we don't really know what's going on with she from Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday. So it had to be a 7-day weekend. So, and then when you say holding up the country, meaning banditry style, like they holding them up.
Holding up the government, not the country, the government. Don't get me in trouble now. The government, who holding up the government?
Well, boy, it has so much bandit in that party that all of them holding up the government.
Well, they're trying to get me in trouble.
Oh, I can't find none that doing good. But because no joke, I really can't say no. But if they holding up the party, it's all right. I could tell you. Because I tell you, the amount of them I could call, it was not only 8 numbers, it was 12.
I hear you, man.
Pastor, I say none of the above. I don't know which is one or two, but none of them. None. Doing good in this country right now.
Okay.
As far as I am concerned, and that is my opinion.
I hear you.
Right, Pastor.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much for calling. So I think you know your calls still, you know. I have to be careful about taking all your calls. Don't get me in problems. Hello, good. All right. Just a hold on, caller. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hi.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, good evening. In my opinion. Hello.
Yes, I'm listening.
Good. Yes. Good night. So
Good
for
evening.
me, the top performing minister would be Philip Alexander, the one and only.
Okay, Philip Alexander. What?
Not hearing.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. But why the caller believe I wasn't hearing her? I was hearing you loud and clear. I'm listening. Don't say I'm not hearing you. I'm listening to you.
Yes, my apologies. So for me, the one and only performing minister would be Philip Alexander. And it's not for the reason that, it should be. We all know how hard he works with defending the government. So he is the one and only top performing minister. Have a good night. Thank you.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from San Fernando.
Okay, thank you very much for
I'm
calling.
a first-time caller.
Yeah, I realized that. That's why I asked you where you're calling me from.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very, very much for
I'm
calling.
from the Golconda area.
And don't be a stranger.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thanks for calling. So yeah boy. And I think people are not stupid. People are seeing it for what it is. People are and people are calling it out for what it is. There's some people who, they're seeing them for who they are and understanding it for what it is. All right. So, boy, this is really, really sad, though. It's really, really sad. As a nation, where we going, where we reach. All right. 8 persons alone holding up a government. Are you serious? Are you serious? No, man.
Here we go. I said, give me a F.
So it's 10 o'clock on the dot. We're going to take a break and we're coming right back. Listen to this.
You are listening to Constructive Talk with me, Pastor Google, on the CTN page.
In real consequences, that when you play dotish games, you win foolish prizes. The mighty US of A, look how them in disarray, because they forget the first dose of MAGA madness. So with the short term.
So just want to remind people on the Friday, the 8th of May, 2026. Thank you, Mama. The mayor of Port of Spain is having a concert for mothers in Port of Spain. So again, this is an invitation for those of you who not live in Port of Spain, but live in San Fernando and other places. It will be broadcast live right here on Constructive Talk with me, Pastor Google. All right, so you can join me right here. It will be broadcast live on this platform, so look out for it. And that is courtesy the mayor of Port of Spain. Yeah, the mayor told me, he said, hey, I want this Mother's Day function to be broadcast on Constructive Talk. Right? You know, today the nurses would have protested. I don't know how many of you were aware that the nurses on day would have protested. They protested. So I'm going to play for you what happened today, all right, in the health sector. Take a listen to this.
Nurses across the country began their work to rule today as they seek to implement a strict nurse-to-patient ratio of no more than 6 patients per nurse.
The Nurses Association today is part of a 15-point plan in response to what they say is a lack of commitment by the government to indicate if and when they would get a salary increase. Nurses say they remain on 2013 salaries and are paid a fixed rate even when working overtime. Unlike their counterparts in the Public Services Association, members of the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association were not given a 10% wage increase and were told that they needed to negotiate with their respective regional health authorities for a wage increase. President of the TNT National Nurses Association, Eddie Stewart, tells CNC3 News that today's action is not meant to cause disruption.
We are already aware that a number of facilities throughout Trinidad and Tobago have been negatively affected, unfortunately. You understand, Barataria Health Center actually the services would have been severely interrupted today. We understand that the births department in Bumtope Women's Hospital has been severely disrupted.
Stewart says for those claiming that the nurses' action is counterproductive, they must understand that a proper patient-to-nurse ratio means better care.
International research, not the TTNNA, but international research is articulating that once you go beyond that, you compromise the care of all the patients already under your care and the additional patients you take on to see about.
Stewart says the action is expected to continue for at least 2 months.
CNC3 News visited several hospitals today. At the Barataria Health Center, all 12 nurses stayed home, forcing senior staff from the Northwest Regional Health Authority to step in. That led to a 30-minute delay in service.
At Port of Spain General Hospital, staff speaking off camera said operations were normal. Patients and staff at the Mounthope Women's Hospital echoed that view. One staff member admitted some nurses were handling more than 6 patients each, but insisted all were cared for despite Stewart's call not to do so.
Calls and messages to Health Minister Dr. Lakram Bodo went unanswered up to news time.
He went up the young man for true until we got the US radar help him to find the drugs in Caroni. The man lying from so far. F.O. I say he F.A. Now he go F.O. Hear me? Thanks to CCTV, we see police commit cold-blooded murder. But the Punisher, that liar, he call it an exchange of gunfire. F.O.
All right, so the nurses on strike, the nurses and I just want to tell you, when you go into the health centers and the different places, just be mindful that, it is short and they are protesting, and you may not get the top of the line health care that you are looking for or you're expecting. Right? Please, please, please. But I played this earlier on, and I want to hear your views on it. I want to hear your take on it. I want to hear how you feel about it. And I want to hear I just want to hear your views on it. All right? So, I played this clip earlier on, and I really wanted to play it last year, but I'm playing it now again. And I want to hear your views on it. And I want you to call me and tell me how you feel about what this man is saying. 464-7003. Take a listen to this clip by the news.
Welcome back. A labor market statistician and political forecasting expert says the United National Congress remains in a position to win another general election if the country went to the polls today.
Dr. Justin Pear's analysis today comes on the UNC's first anniversary in office. Dr. Pear says his data-driven model continues to favor the Prime Minister. He points to a growing support base, particularly among women, and says her popularity has been trending upward since last year's general election.
One of the main reasons she will be successful,
I want to find out from you,
in terms of
the
base, that she has a strong base, and her base.
Remember, there are times when I sit here,
is for her
and
base,
I tell you guys that if I win fall among the pass through this
most
country,
importantly, the
right?
opposition,
If I win fall
the
of
opposition
money,
has
is to pass through this country. People might really vote back the UNC. Right? I said that to you guys. But this person, this analyst saying, hear what he's saying. Hear what he's saying. So I want to take some calls and your view on what you heard or what you are hearing this gentleman is saying to Trinidad and Tobago. Do you agree with him? If you disagree with him, tell me why. If you agree with him, tell me why. If you disagree with him, tell me why. All right?
Welcome back. A labor market statistician and political forecasting expert says the United National Congress remains in a position to win another general election if the country went to the polls today.
Dr. Justin Pear's analysis today comes on the UNC's first anniversary in office. Dr. Pear says his data-driven model continues to favor the Prime Minister. He points to a growing support base, particularly among women, and says her popularity has been trending upward since last year's general election.
One of the main reasons she will be successful is because in terms of the base, that she has a strong base, and her base, her message is for her base, so she'll be stronger among her base. But
all right, do you have a caller? Hello, good evening.
Good evening again. Good evening again, Pastor Google. I'm a woman and I'm not supporting that woman. For the most people who lost their job are single mothers who have to take care of the children. How could she have support of women, and it's women she has affected most on the job market since she came into power? And as he says, her base, a lot of her base are disappointed in her because a lot of them too are women who have lost their job, and some of them are men who have also lost their job. So this man, he better think again about what he's saying, and he better listen to what he's saying, because something ain't right there again. Thank you for listening to me again, and good night.
Thank you very much for your call. All right, so taking your calls, 464-7003. 464-7003. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good evening.
How are you, Pastor Google?
I'm good. Where are you calling me from?
Central area.
Thanks for calling. Tell me, what is your view?
I am not supporting that statement that man is making. Because as the previous caller said, there's a lot of women who lost their job. A lot of women who was holding down the fort in the family. They neither here nor there. I think that is just utter rubbish, and he is just trying to create something in the minds of the people who not focused, who not looking at the real issues.
I like that. Your first time caller?
No, Pastor Google, I am always on. I'm not a first time caller, but I'm always on the chat.
Okay.
And I will send something on the chat that you will know who it is calling.
All right then. Thank you very much.
You have a blessed night and stay focused, and I always keep praying for you.
Thank you. I received that. Thank you very much.
Amen.
Amen.
At a calling.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good night again, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Based on all the things the government do since the coming of it, all the wrong things, the amount of people they fire, you understand? The amount of discrimination and how they did against people, even people in their own party upset with them. You understand? CAICOM, all the things, the dragon, all them things, you can put all them things in a comprehensive way and you put all them things together. There's no way the UNC can win election. You understand? So I don't know where this man guy and answers from. He must be, I don't know, giving people the impression that he gets paid to say what he says. I can't see them winning the election. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So how we could come up with that?
I don't know. We're just asking. I don't know. We listen to what he had to say and we are just discussing it. I don't know how we come up with it.
All right, thank you. Good night.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so we're taking your calls. 464-7003. 464-7003. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Pastor. What's happening?
Talk to me.
Mr. Pierre, what are you talking about, you know?
You know Mr. Pierre? You ever heard any analysis on Mr. Pierre? For me, this is the first time I'm hearing about this gentleman.
Right. Well, you also have Valmiki Arjun, who gave you 8 out of 10. Yeah, Bishnu Raghunath, who said that too, and Professor Ahmed Ghani. But I'm going to tell you why I'm saying Mr. Pierre is saying that. Mr. Pierre is saying that because he knows that her base, well, no matter what she do, she gonna pass. Because I hear the man, the only in office a year, she working hard. It was 10 years. And I'm reading all them comments on social media. But when Mr. Mbut say he raised gas 3 times and they ain't riot yet, and she dropped the price of super by $1. She care about the people. You know what I'm saying? That base of 300,000, them ain't changing at all. And you know what's the biggest example? I take for that. Look at Mr. Warner. When Mr. Warner was in the previous cabinet, right? And all that Mr. Warner was doing, giving people scholarship, going and opening the office 3 o'clock, organizing for them to get HGC house, and so on. As soon as Mr. Warner formed the ILP, and when that should go on his seat and say, hey, I'm going on my own. All that was forgotten, and he lost in the general election. When you say the green man gone. So that tells me that base is totally loyal to that woman. Unlike what is happening in the PNM. You understand? Unlike PNM, don't get that level of forgiveness and support at all. But that yellow base, yeah man, they holding on tight. tight. And more so now that this is the first year in office, and like you say, brighter days ahead. And you know what's strange? She said it has take time. She should have started it has take time for the change to happen. But Dr. Rowley told us that in this year will be the last year of contraction and the economy going slow. And from 2027 and 2028, right? It will take off. Look at Dr. Rampasad in Dia Rampasad. She said that in the thing with Mariano Brown, she admits that is the past administration was stepping the WIGOT, that the UV group of university teachers negotiations, right? You know what she said? She says this government that paying it. Wow. But she had to admit that is the last government stepping the negotiations. But you know what's standing? The negotiations for the other UV staff. That is the cleaners, the groundsmen, the security. And them all outstanding since 2014. But no solidarity with them, right? But it will all be taken care of, Pastor. So that is why I'm saying, Mr. Pierre, know what you're talking about. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. All right. Number to call 464 7003 464 7003. So we're looking at what the analysis, what he is saying. All right. All right. So what is your take on it? 464 7003. So if you're now joining us, I'm going to play for you what we are talking about. This is what we okay, so you have a caller calling in. Hello, good evening.
Good night, Pastor Google. I disagree with what that man is saying. What ratings up? The woman has been making a blunder from since she in office. Everything gone up, everything, birth paper, everything, and she ratings up for the worst governance in office. Rubbish. That is hogwash. She talking like he get paid for that.
Thank you very much. Hello? Okay. Hello, good evening.
Good night, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening, sir. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. How are you?
Holding on.
Yeah, moving on. Yeah, I just want to re-emphasize just what the last caller said. No matter what the UNC do, those people will support the UNC. There's a clear divide in Trinidad. There's a distinct divide in Trinidad that it is obvious and it will remain so for a while, until Trinidadians really start to feel the pain and the suffering from these people doing. Those people are selfish. They are not patriotic. They are not patriots. They are not for Trinidad and Tobago. They are for themselves. And they are self-serving. So they will remain loyal to their party no matter what the Prime Minister does or does not do. Those are the facts. Sad to say, right? It is what it is, and it will remain as is. Because she has plans not for Trinidad and Tobago. She has plans for her party base. She has plans for her party supporters. She does not have plans for Trinidad and Tobago. That is a sad reality.
All right. Thank you very much,
and until Trinidadians
Until Trinidadians? Okay. Okay. All right. I'm trying to get these calls coming in. They're coming in fast and furious, but I'm not seeing the call. Oh, Lord. Where the caller going? Where the caller? All right, so I'm not seeing the caller. I see the call coming, but I'm not seeing the caller. I don't know why. Forgive me. Okay, I think I have the caller here. All right. Hello, good evening.
Good night, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening, sir.
That man has to be mad. That he's ludicrous in the extreme. And he reminds me of David Welch. Somehow or the other, that man like he's singing for his supper. And I can't understand it. I have never seen him before. I have never heard of him before. And those so-called analysts and doctors and day-to-day, you notice all of them getting some kind of board appointment. Maybe he's playing for a board appointment.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please remember when you call in to take off your radio. Oh, not your radio, sorry. As our custom saying radio. Please take off your television, your tablet, your computer, whatever you're listening to me on. You need to take it off because we'll be getting a bad feedback in the background. So you need to take it off when you call in. Cool? All right. So taking your call 464-7003. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Pastor. Good evening.
Good evening.
This question is a kind of tough thing because regardless of what UNC do, they have the core. They do good, they do bad, they don't do anything, they have the core.
Right, but he's saying that they will win if an election is called in the morning. He said,
well, yes, they will win if an election called in the morning because the PNM people and them, they divided still. And the UNC have about 17 to 18 short seats. Don't care what anybody do in the country, don't care what Kamala could say what she wants, she could curse who she could think, them not moving. The other people, the other seats, they have to get up and do the work and do what they have to do. 18 seats can't win no election, you know.
Right.
It's the other group of people who ain't want to vote, and who vex about the PNM, and who vex, who don't like Dr. Rowley, who don't like Young, who don't like Tony, and everybody divided and everyone to fight one another. But everybody doesn't know about everybody vex and they think no. But that is the issue. That is the issue right now that PNM people don't want to get together. You have to give UNC about 4 to 5 seats for them to win an election.
Right. And which are the 4 or 5 seats are San Fernando East, San Fernando West, Tunapuna, Grandi, Moruga. So let's call it out. We started from San Fernando West, Grandi, Tunapuna. You just call one. La Hoqueta. And what's the other one? One more.
Don't point.
No. We're looking at the seats that are sweet, which is Tunapuna, San Fernando West, La Hoqueta, Grandi, and Moruga.
Well, Moruga 50-50.
Right. Those are the 5 seats. 18, let's say 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 seats.
Yeah.
Those are the 5 seats. So PNM have to work on those 5 seats.
That's all they have to do, you know.
So they have to work on Tunapuna. They have to work on San Fernando West. They have to work on Grandi. They have to work on Moruga. And they have to work on La Hoqueta.
Yeah.
Those are the 5 seats.
Yeah.
Other than that, UNC can't win no election.
But that is understood. And that is why they have some people who ain't thinking and who just going for gimme,
for now, and then looking down the road. I know when they get in the hot water here now, we're going on in the country now, everybody best and the curling and who is sorry and who this and who that. But at the end of the day, they have to get their act together. They can't be fighting no one another. Yes, you might like Penny. Yes, this one might like Stuart Young. Yeah, well, Dr. Rowley and wrong again. But all you can't be coming out in the open getting on with that because don't care what UNC do. They're not jumping, they're not going nowhere. Them 18 seats, Kamala, 8 o'clock the night on election night, Kamala could have checked. She don't have 18. And right now she closing in on 5 marginal seats. After it, she could have called 18 seats already. Who voted by the thousands? And who caused that? PNM vote over the 100 and something thousand come out and vote. Because the rest who went by there, where they say, when everybody run for 10%. That's what happened. We not being together and now we in this mess. Everybody have all kind of things to say. And them people and them who have all the name, all big name in front of them, doctor this and professor this and professor that. What's the names of them people? What's the names of those people? Those people talking for UNC, you know. All of them is UNC, you know. And they're trying to tap the country head about this thing without now UNC go win. UNC can't win no election, sir. But that's what the 10 people head with because all of them is UNC. The majority of them. Some of the reporters frightened to ask the Prime Minister certain questions. If a Dr. Rowley, all they're asking him, one actually had about she health. She say PNM people know more than that, more about she health than she. The doctor already go away to see about himself and he come back, they're blocking him in the airport. Well, wait is wrong with you? Hold your health and thing, and he will stop and explain everybody everything. They seen the Prime Minister, some of them, why did the reporter ask her that question? Because they're seeing that she ain't looking so 100. But she not answering, and the majority of them are asking she that question. Because them people have to study, the gang of them isn't that gang of them in the media. It's for UNC. And that's the problem we have. We're not sticking together, you know. We just here crying down and wasting time and corriding one another. We're not sticking together.
Thank you very much, caller.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. We're getting into the meat of the matter, man. Hello, good evening. Yes, sir.
What I'm saying is, see the same mindset the UNC people have when coming to election, regardless of what Ms. Kama for Mr. Sadu, they still voting shit. That's the kind of attitude the PNM people and supporters have to have.
Oh, yes. Somebody says
regardless of where the PNM do, the other countries will support the PNM. Regardless of what happens.
That is the head we have to
push.
That's
the kind of, that's the kind of attitude that have to have.
Right, caller. Thank
you.
To
win the election. And right now, I mention one more last thing short. You see all the hard work they say the Prime Minister doing? What she's trying to do is damage control. Because most of the hard work she's doing is things that she creates the system. The hard work she working. She created that by talking to the government when the PNM government went over and saying all kind of outer timing thing, Even Kai come all about, So all the time she working at, the hard work she working over, she created the system by she behavior.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, sir. Good night.
All right. Hello. Good evening.
Pastor Google, good night again. I'm calling from Central,
Okay.
See, that woman is crazy. You understand? And the man too, he crazy. Because know how but she win election. We problem is, as black people, we don't have no unity. They just stand with they don't care if they dying. They're going down dying with the party. But we, oh God, I go give she a chance. If the 10% is what they wanted and what they end up with. They get the 10%, the so-called 10%, and still she pulling it back out. So you're giving one way and you're taking it back the next way. She is just failure. They talk about Chambers done. See that one and everybody that out. She's the worst governance ever.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. All right. Call back, caller. All right, we're getting into the meat of the matter, man. People calling and talking. That's what I want to hear. Call and talk. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon again, Pastor Google.
Good evening. Talk to me.
Right. I'm just saying two words. Not two words, but two sentences. When UNC wins, everybody wins, right? That was one statement, and the other statement is have patience. Have patience.
All right.
She is playing on the psyche of the people, especially the vulnerable. You understand?
Yes.
And as a seasoned politician, she know what she is doing. But if we as African people, are you there?
I'm listening to you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
As African people, if we don't get together and stick together, because there are people like this, don't matter what, they sticking with her, whether she going down good, bad, or indifferent. You understand? But we fighting against each other. This one weak and this one is SY is at this. No. We have to band together. You could break one stick, but you can't break a bundle of sticks. You do have a blessed night.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. We're telling the people calling, you know. I like this program tonight, boy. People calling in, boy. People calling in. Call in. That's what this program is for. For little vent. Talk the things them. I'm looking for a video you have to play, you know. Because based on what they're saying there, I have a video I want to play, but I'm taking all your calls. 464-7003. AA 10%. What going on?
Good night, Pastor. Good night.
What going on?
Are you okay, Pastor? Are you okay?
Sure? Yeah. You sound like you get through, right?
Get through what we're talking about? Get through what?
Alright, now, me get contribution now. You see when you start to behave like that? You see when you start to behave like that?
I don't know, listen. Like somebody call us, right? It is established that she has she base, right? Fine, but that's it. And what actually happened this election? People vote on that agreed because they thought they got you by now. They thought that the 10% was getting get.
You didn't get you?
Get you what, buddy?
Go ahead now.
Yeah, anyhow, that being said,
lies.
So this fella this man, who's this analyst, I don't know who is he. Never heard of him, never saw him before. These people are just trying to come out with a narrative to put to push for a narrative and for only the nation. Because you cannot tell me this man, I don't know what rock he living under. Because forestry, URP, people go on. No replacement. And you telling me she still has strong support in CBS, yes. But outside CBS being seen that. And inside CBS they call them, but they would never come out. They were suffering silence inside CBS. And that is the core fact. And one of the callers was right. And we in the PNM, we are studying we are sub major and minor. You remember, Pastor?
Yeah.
We in the PNM have sub major and minor. Because them look here, jump high, jump low. They could push you up there, they could push you up there and she fall down. That's a leader. We know, we be kind. We are sub major and minor. Yeah, look on my God.
Yeah, Chester?
It's
alright. It's okay. Sorry.
We are not the same.
I don't say thanks. Why are you doing that?
Before I go, if you not come back, I say
who is that? Who you talking about?
Naked to somebody Bashinika. You know he wasn't here?
No, he was.
You were not in the Middle East, he found almost get damaged.
Okay.
Don't ask for him, Lord. Don't ask for him, Lord. That's no. You were not in the Middle East, if I almost get damaged. Don't live on, we still live. We right from. Anyway, go on.
All right, thanks. Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Now, I do agree with some of what is being said. Because I understand what people are feeling right now. So I would want to know what formula the man used in order to come up with this result, right? What sample he used. Now, we as a people love to talk things and talk it into, action. Why it is that people say we're not together? Right now, people are on the edge and would wish for election to call to get these people out. They don't vote in people that vote out of government.
That is not totally true.
My thing is,
with Dr. Rowley and COVID, they voted him in.
Well, okay. Maybe voted him in. Because we understand he was in government.
Yes, and he was voted back into government.
So he retained his seat.
Yes.
But
wait, Mr. Manning was the same thing.
Right. So I am just saying, we continue saying that we're not together. Why are they pushing that? Why are they pushing that same narrative on your own self that they won't tell you? People are hurting right now, and if that talk about an election is called now, the Kamala Prasad successor regime are going to lose the election by a slim margin. Now you were calling some seats. What about Tobago?
What about St. Joseph?
Those are also two seats that we would want to ensure, because they are the two seats that form the basis of winning the election. That is why they try to work on Tobago, although they do not send candidates there, but they hope that they form an alliance there. But the marginal seats in Trinidad, as you say, you need to work on it. However, if an election is called within the 5 years, UNC regime government is going to fall.
You really think so?
I am not supporting
Don't come off the line. Don't come off the line. You really believe that if the alright, so there's a local government election coming.
Yes.
You think that people will send a message to them?
Yes.
Okay.
It happened before, and it is going to happen.
Yeah, it happened. It happened under Dr. Rowley, eh?
Right. You know why? Because we are seeing, and it is being said, that they are stifling the PNM corporations, the region, that's 7 corporations.
They are.
And people are going to
send them a message.
And that 100 and something thousand people who didn't vote, even though we get a low turnout in the local election, we are going to, improve on that, because people are hurting. Those 50,000 people and continue. They have support. Their family, on an average of 3 persons within a family that is eligible for voting. They're going to lose, and they know that. So she said, I'm not playing stupid and call no election. And they're fighting it because they're talking to the base. UNC children, you know what that means?
She said that?
UNC children. That's right. So, brother, I am saying to my boy, the people who voice in the, stop saying it.
Stop saying you're giving them ammunition. Stop saying that we're not together. Talk it. Say, hey, we are ready. PNM people know they made a mistake and they are ready. We're not together. We don't like this one. We don't like Penny. That is negative talk.
All right.
And I am trying to put that right. And I call in on the voices that talking about we're not together. So stop that.
All right.
Stop that. They're feeding the ground with negativity. Because when you say that, they say, yeah, you hear them? Yeah. And they will work on that. Have a blessed evening, sir.
Thank you very much.
See you. You see when Keisha stay home in Tobago West, Savitri does go out in Sipari and vote Kamala. When they're encouraging you to stay home, them going out and vote Kamala, they don't care if she a hop and she stand up so. They're going and vote she. They don't care who had to lift she into the podium. They're going and vote for her. And then they want to tell you that you're a cult, that we just vote PNM. If they send a crap, we vote in PNM. But if, no matter what Kamala do, they're going and vote she.
Hello, good evening, caller.
Yeah, good evening, Pastor.
Good evening, sir.
For PNM to win the election call, for PNM have plenty work to do. Plenty work to do. You're making plenty mistakes, and I feel the PNM not taking full advantage of those mistakes and educating the people. Right?
Explain what you mean by that. Explain what you mean. Explain what you mean by that.
Well, you see what going on. You see what going on with everything. The crime situation, the mishaps they're making a lot of mishaps.
Right, but how are they not capitalizing on it?
All right. The other day when Wayne Sturge spoke the other day about the Dinasita Hall thing in Parliament. Do you know what Wayne Sturge do there? Wayne Sturge open a can of worms. Tell you let us know things that we didn't know, that the government know, that they had information that they was going to assassinate this lady. PNM just rock back.
PNM didn't just rock back. That's not true. When that statement, wait, no, just now, when that statement was made in the parliament, the opposition would have said, hey, let me stop here. That is not true. We was not in office. We will not.
Mr. Man, I'm going to tell you what's going on.
How do you want them to deal with it? Because they dealt with it in the parliament. They dealt with it in the parliament, and it was all over social media.
Listen what I'm telling all you. And listen what I'm saying good. The PNM need to come down and listen people common sense. What the UNC doing? Why the UNC are losing election all the time? The UNC pulling the street brothers and them and listen the street knowledge, because the street is a university. The bar is a university. The whole house is a university. Right? The block is a university. Right? So they're taking all this knowledge now and they're using it. Right? Because real knowledge, you know. The school system that teach you what to think. The streets that teach you how to think. Right?
All right, but I wanted to get back. Wait, just now. You're going right. So I wanted to get back on to the point of the PNM is not capitalizing on issues, and I wanted to tell me how they are not capitalizing on issues.
When Kamala Prasad scrapped the TTRA, did the PNM come? That is the first thing she did. Did the PNM educate public servants? That is them paying for subsidized water, subsidized light, subsidized
the PNM did that. Dr. Rowley did that continuously.
Like Dr. Rowley. So what you are saying, the PNM is working really hard real hard.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm asking you. No, I'm asking you. You are the one. Wait, you are the one. You are the one. Just now.
I'm telling you.
All right.
It's the same thing the other night when the lady was on the show. And you jump in, you didn't make no finish the question because you get emotional, you just get emotional. Right? But I talking what I know. I a PNM because I just be getting cost on UNC page. I be getting cost campaigning for the PNM. Right? People that cost me, I have enemies because I know what I know. The PNM is much more. The PNM show all right. You don't hear anybody stand up in Parliament and ask, well, the PNM so bad. Show me one government minister or the family who didn't benefit from a PNM policy.
Yeah, but sir, that in the Parliament, everybody know that questions like that is going to be stopped.
All right.
Wait, you see, you're telling me I'm not letting you talk.
Question again. Let me tell you something. The PNM have too much of rich history. Right? I want to ask you something. Name one thing. And this is something the PNM could ask. Name one thing. The UNC bill in Trinidad and Tobago that has contribute 25 cents to the national budget.
Yeah, but
sir,
I'm not talking that. You come onto the show telling me. No, you said
I'm not doing. Brother, it's a real mistake the UNC making, I know. And the UNC, the opposition leader, just quiet because she said quiet is strength, and it's a strategy. And they're staying quiet, and PNM being buried by social media day after day after day. PNM being buried by the social media, because they adopt the Republican style of campaigning, right? We can't be this out of timing. The PNM is out of timing. Watch me. I have ideas that I can raise money that I could pay you $40,000 a month for what you doing and other bloggers.
Well, so make an appointment. Make an appointment. Sir. Listen to me now. Make an appointment and meet with the political leader and give her your ideas now.
Give her my ideas.
Yeah.
The one who ideas.
Well, all right. Well, have a good night now. Have a good night then. If I am telling you, you going on and on. I leave in your later talk. Right? But I am saying to you, if you have such a fantastic idea of how to make, sir, listen to me now. Please. If you have such a fantastic idea of how to make money for the party, and I'm saying to you, go and meet with the political leader. You never say, wait, just now. You ain't saying, well, okay, I will go. And if I don't get you, I'm coming.
Let me ask you a question. How do UNC supporters can pick up the phone now and call anybody in the PNM, anybody in the UNC, right? And get that kind of connection. Look, I live in here. My whole house is a PNM house. My friend is campaign for the PNM, right?
All right, sir. All right, okay. All right. Sir, hear what, right? Hear what? I talking about a specific thing. I play a specific video. I allow you to talk. You say all what you have to say. And allow you.
Yeah.
Could I allow another caller now, please?
Yeah. One next call. I will stop calling here because I feel like anytime I call, I being kind of thing now because it's all right, brother. Just cool it all and all the conversation, all the PNM and all the thing and thing. So I realize like all your like the PNM like it's a set of stupid people now.
I stupid, right? I stupid. You know what? It's after 11. Let me come off this live. It's after 11. What's the time? Alright, 10 minutes again. I do understand it, boy. I don't understand it. every Wednesday or Thursday, the PNM does have, the opposition does have a press conference. All right. I remember, and if you're not onto the live, if you don't subscribe or like the MPs and the PNM pages, you would say that they're not doing anything. And that is cool. Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon, Pastor. Hello?
Yeah, caller, go ahead now, man.
Pastor, I don't know what may happen there. Because we have a discussion, and this center, when they come and bring a rum shop mentality to the show, and because he can't get his way, all of a sudden he's just stupid. I don't understand that. We are civilized people. A lot of people want to see us according to UNC, and that is not us. You understand, Pastor? And that, I mean, say again?
I say, yeah.
That is not us. We can't condemn something and turn on the same way. That is not us. A lot of people angry because we don't act like them. We don't act like them. We are totally different to them. And now the scholar don't understand. He don't understand that. So he will have an issue with you. Look at you told him. So since you have all that, maybe he ain't from grasp that. He just started going. And I know what we are for. And a lot of people don't understand. They expect us to act like you and say, we doing that. So that being said, I don't say a lot with the guy who, I don't know where he's from here, and I would love to know me myself what formula he used to come about that. And I know it. And that individual he gets over the event, and this shop mentality, we have ways and means of discussing things. And if he can't do that, he business. And because he can't get away, we realize, anyway, all of a sudden now we're stupid. But I don't know that is being illiterate. You know, so I know, Pastor, I love listening.
Yeah, man. Hello, good evening.
Hey, good night, Pastor.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, Pastor. Pastor, this the clip that you played earlier on with the political scientists kind of really tie back to the talk we was having last night there. You understand, with the last conversation, but I was listening to the last caller there and kind of threw me off my tracks. But anyhow, tying back to the conversation that we had last night about, what Mrs. Prasad Bisessa said to her people, to her base. I mean, I don't want to go through the whole rhetoric right now, but what I looked at the UNC, and to me as a young person, I just remembered before the general elections, right? And I'll answer the question one time. I agree with the analysis, the political analysis. The UNC could win the elections. And this is what I wanted to bring my point to quickly. The way how the UNC went about and they dismantled some of their MPs. I watched that, right? Like Mrs. Anita James, Mrs. Ramona Mundial, all of these people who were stalwarts. Kamala got rid of them. Then she took the people who were disgruntled at the time with the last administration, which was the unions. And that was a back and forth agreement they were doing, because I remember clips where the OWTU sat down on a long table and they announced the reunion with the UNC and then followed the PSA. Now, the question is why I'm saying I feel the UNC will win the elections. Well, this is what I look at. When they came into power, they fired the URP workers, they fired the CPEP workers, have them out there in a disarray, right? Have them out there in a disarray. Open up something easy, which is the revitalize this thing where they're fixing over public spaces and things. just to give you an invitation to treat, look, we started back something. So, you out there as a former CPF worker, probably a former forestry worker, saying, hey, look, something could be coming on the horizon, right? You're looking forward to that, right? Mind you, when coming to the either local government elections, which is right around the corner, probably next general elections, they come and say, bam, 28,000 jobs. Because recently, they were running an ad in their on their profile UNC page that by 2027 they're promising 28,000 jobs, close to 30,000 jobs coming. 30,000 jobs. And when I was thinking about the match, it's the people who they fire, they're going to rehire, and that's for elections. So again, they will be tampering with all the PNM's base again. That is my viewpoint, Pastor. That's what I just want to share.
Before you come off just now, but CPF workers are not the only people who can make them win. What else you believe can make them win an election? Because CPF workers alone cannot make them win. If they rehire all the CPF workers, them alone cannot make them win an election. Because you have CPF workers, all right, you rehire them. You have reforestry workers, you have URP workers, you have private people. Like yesterday we found out that there are about 40-something people will be laid off from a private sector, and there are a lot of other private sectors that are sending home people. And the people are being sent home because the economy and because of certain things that this government has put into place. Like I have a friend, he has a customs broker, right? And he was telling me today, he said to me, it is hard. It is hard. The economy is hard. So while we might only know CPF workers, and you might judge and say, well, a CPF worker might say, well, something else coming on the horizon, so that, so because something else coming on the horizon, what about now? What you're going through now? You will put aside all what you have been through now to say, when you get something to the end of this year or next year, to say, okay, I get back on my foot, so I go vote them back. That's the reasoning.
Well, Pastor, I will apply that to the PSA workers, because honestly, when are you going to get that full 10% payout? That is the question. When? I asking people how it is breakdown, and I think people in this country will sit back and wait, comfortably wait. I am seeing that happening. I am seeing it. People will comfortably wait, stay quiet, stay silent, and wait for the time. That is my opinion.
So no, I hear your opinion, but I want you to reason with me. I'm hearing your opinion, and your opinion is that a person not having right now, going by an MP office, might be Mr. Manning, might be Dominic Romain, getting hamper, living off of sardine, they eating little and thing, and they just buying the time because they lost the job. But the person who helping you is your MP, like Mr. Manning, the Dominic Romain, other persons, Mr. Hans, Evans, they're helping them. And while they're buying the time, getting help from the opposition MP, you saying to me that those same people, when they get a job, when they get back a job, they might get back $1 million. And Ms. Bissessa, and why do you saying that? Ms. Bissessa is continuously saying, sir, that she is not giving people back those $1 million jobs. She said it on Saturday. So those of you who waiting for a job like that, where you're coming back out to cut grass and things like that, she said it on Saturday. I am not giving you back those $1 million jobs. Those jobs where you're barely making ends meet. But the people who are capable to do those jobs do not have the education, the qualifications to do anything else. So I don't know where you heard, because those people who doing those jobs that you're talking about there, right? Where they're taking care of certain parks and whatever, and cemeteries and whatever. those persons, if you talk to them, they will tell you that job that they get there is not an easy job, you know, because they don't have the equipment to even do the job properly. So I just reasoning with you. I wanted to bring me up to spar with how it is. I, unemployed right now, the MP, my opposition MP, is helping me to at least put a little food on my table. But when the UNC may give me something now and then that might just help, I will automatically continue to support the UNC. But then PNM and every opposition have to close up shop. Because if that's the mentality and the mindset of the people, then every opposition just had to close up shop. So that's why I'm reasoning with you. That's why I'm reasoning with you. Because as I just tell you, it's not just URP and CPEP workers and forestry workers and people who was working HDC and people who were working there were other government offices of people who went home. So my question to you is, what about the private sector people? I played that video last night. We looked at the face of those persons who were sent home from that water company, Crystal Water Company. They looking as though they don't even know where their next meal going to come from. And you saying to me that those persons, for a local government election to come around, will turn around and say, well, I go give them a chance because I feel they go turn it around.
Pastor, this is how the politics playing right now in this country. That is, as a young person, that is how I see it. That is how I seen it.
But I not see it. But I not hearing that. I need to. Well, that's a pariah. Because when I looked at a clip I played the other night, and I listened to people in Shokonas saying what you saying there. People in Saparia saying what you saying there. People in Kuva saying what you saying there. But when they went Sandy Grande, I know what they're saying. When they went San Fernando West on the line and different parts of San Fernando West, guys know what they're saying. The people meet her tonight, I know what they're saying. So I don't know. Let me tell you something. This local government election for me will be a eye opener to see if people thinking how you saying. Yeah, to see how it, because let me tell you something. That man said what that man said tonight, and if I play it back again, what he said tonight, he did not base his analysis on what you say, you know. He based his analysis based on she's a woman and women will support women. He didn't go into the analytics of what you saying about, oh well, you know, people willing to wait. No, he never said that.
Well, we just have to look, as I say, look at the horizon, see when the elections call, bear with the party, like the caller before. I think he not in tune to what happened in the party. That's the man who run up your blood pressure just now there, right? Because apparently he wasn't watching when they had the budget debates, how the PNM was going through with them neck and neck and holding them accountable. And these are things we have to pay attention to, right?
But the thing about it is, those are things that we need to pay attention to. But the thing about it is, you know what? I could sit down here in this chair, and I could find and I could criticize the opposition, but criticizing them is one thing. But what am I doing? What am I doing?
But before I go, as a young person, I was just watching something. How many times they have heard Marvin Gonzalez and they put out on social media as well, because that's where I saw it, that when they put forth their questions,
yes,
right,
yes,
towards Parliament,
yes,
how many questions?
Three. The last time he did a video in the Parliament, He went into a room in the parliament and he said he read out all the questions that they have for the prime minister to answer. All the questions he read out, and he said, "You know much they accept 3."
Another thing, what happened last week Friday?
Last week Friday again,
was
beautiful.
Members Day.
Thank you. And what did they do?
I'm just a young person.
And you know that Friday was supposed to be Private Members Day. And what did they do? They had no parliament. Why? Because they were planning the party. And the PLM had a press conference and blazed them on it.
And especially the speaker, when he ought to know better. So when your hands tied like that, and you see, Pastor, sorry to really, try to defend my reasoning, but the UNC is a syndicate. I believe it's a syndicate, and they will do any desperate means to get into power. And we are seeing it. We are witnessing it. It's so much to come that it even dismantling, the word is not dismantling, but it's hampering the party, the PNM party. You're seeing it. So when they do these things, right, it is a hemorrhage. It puts a whole stop on the politics that we know before. There's no, as you rightly said, there's no common dialogue. The UNC is just doing their own thing, racist, prejudiced. They go and they don't care. There's malice going behind it as well. Right? So, I mean, the caller who call in and try to raise their blood pressure, you have to really come up to the times now. You have to come to the times. A young person telling you, I am telling you that.
No, you say you're dotish. No, he will say you're dotish. You say you're stupid.
Pastor, he could say all of that. But you see right now, if he come to our young people and he tell us that, right, we will watch him and tell him, but no, you dotish. We will tell him that, right? But you have to see what the PNM is working with. This is what they're working with.
No, he want them to stand up in the parliament and ask them, what, tell me one thing will you ever put in office to generate wealth in this country. The UNC gonna laugh at you and tell you that we not sign that.
And I just want to share to your viewpoints, and I'm closing with this. I used to follow you before the last general elections because of Dominic Romain when he was on his Facebook show, his Facebook Live, which was a Sunday, a Tuesday, and a Thursday. Right? I used to follow you, used to follow Miss Julia Davis, everybody, right? So we know the thing. How come all you always used to be impressing to the PNM people when the election bell ring, go out there, vote, all they're talking about all the things PNM did every day, all they're talking about. I remember that you, Dominic, talking about all the extensive things. All it was going against the bloggers from the UNC, and I remember that. And look, we still come in opposition. So who you, Pastor Google, Mr. MP Dominic Romain was talking to? Which audience he was captivated? No, man, I mean, for that caller who calling and bashing PNM, no, something wrong. Something wrong with your mindset. Anyhow, Pastor, have a good night.
Thank you very much. Oh, Lord. Eh. Oh, Lordy. Oy. All right, our voice note. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening.
I have been listening and just want to put my 2 cents. I think last night you spoke about I can't remember if it was last night, about the outcome of the elections in Tobago.
Right. And I said that it's 10,000 people who were registered to vote and only 2,000 came out and vote.
Yeah, and those are the things I feel we are missing. The people who did not vote in the general elections. When I listen to that man, I don't know where he gets all his facts and all of that. But he made me think, if an election is called, the people who abstained, the people who did not go out to vote, will they be going this time? What was the reason? Did we examine and find out the reason? You know, I heard a person call in from Tobago and said, yes, she was referring to Kelvin Morris and a penny he had stick on to him. I see reasons like that. When she said that, I say, because I heard an interview with Mr. Morris and I heard an interview with Mrs. Shamfor Kojo Lewis. And when I heard the gentleman speak, he mentioned two persons who were endorsing him, and I said, big mistake with one of them. Big mistake. And we continue to make that kind of mistake. I don't know if you will agree with that, but for reasons like that, I believe the people who did not go out and vote still may not go out and vote. Yeah, the people below the CPAP and who were told and they switched because they were lured by a 10%, they may switch back. But those people who did not go and vote, are we concerned about them and the reasons?
Don't come off the line. I have listened to the political leader, Ms. Bechtel, from time to time, and you see those people that you're talking about there? She has met with some of them. Some of them have came into her office. She went into areas like Labrie, Maruga, Point. I think she had a meeting in Maruga this week. This week coming here, she has a meeting again in Maruga because the people in Maruga wasn't satisfied with sharing enough information. I know that she went to Point 14 and areas like that and listened to the people, not just those areas, but other areas. I know that she went to San Fernando West and listened to the people and they were upset. They were upset for several reasons. I'm not talking about party people. We're talking about normal citizens on the ground. Citizens on the ground. And one of the reasons, and Dominic Romain said it here at one time. You see, and I said it publicly on radio and I said it here also. Right? People were misinformed. And when and up to now, but I'm saying it here. People were misinformed about the property tax. And there are some people, like my father and others, who were misinformed with the property tax. Right? So there are people in my father community who did not go out and vote because they were not happy with the property tax. But they did not get all the information and the proper information about the property tax. Right? There are some people who are upset about the raise in salary. That this government still come and take back pay too. But the PNM did not inform their people, and the PNM have a problem when it comes to when they are in government informing the people on what they have done and what they are doing.
And let me add to that. You see, not listening is a big thing. Let me tell you, I live in Central, but I grew up in Laventille.
Right.
And I had decided, there were people who were disgruntled in the community that nurtured me, and I wanted to go and help. I called the MP's office And the person who answered said, "Where are you calling from?" And I said, "Shogunus." "Okay, we'll call you back." And never got that call.
Right. And that was one of the problems.
Attitudes like that.
Right. And that was one of the problems. Right. And caller, we talking. I like how you're talking. And this is what constructive talk is about. I'm not talking down to you, and you're not talking down to me, and we coming up and we talking about our concerns about the PNM. Let me tell you something. One of the issues people had in Point Fortin was the member of parliament office staff. People in Point Fortin had a problem with the member of parliament office staff. They find that they were too condescending. They find that the attitude was nasty. They every time they make an appointment to meet with the member of parliament, they being sidelined and stuff like that.
That person never knew where I was calling from. I mean, why I was calling. I wanted to help. Because my family's still up there and disgruntled and decided, hey, I'm not going, so I go in the next way.
You see?
I wanted to help.
You see? And that's what I'm talking about. And that is what I'm talking about. And for us to see that, you know, and Faris said it. The PNM in the second year in office lost touch with the ground.
Yeah.
There are some people who don't like to hear it. There are some people who saying, "Where's the ground? Who's the ground? We're only talking about ground."
How is it going to be fixed?
Well, and again, and I believe one of the ways that it can be fixed for me is I like the style of the leader taking the meetings, not as a meeting talking to people, but putting a mic in the middle of the forum and allowing people to see what are their concerns.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's a good strategy. It's like having a family meeting. Things are going topsy-turvy in the house. People are pulling their weight, washing the wares. Who's supposed to scrub the bathroom, not scrubbing the bathroom. You have a roster. People are not following the roster. You understand? What do you do as a father? You call a family meeting and you lay your cards on the table. Hey, you all are not pulling your weight. Why are you all not pulling all your weight? Why are you not following the roster? And people are given the opportunity to share their view.
Yeah, and I think, you know, there are times when things are said and it rubs people the wrong way.
Thank you.
There should be apologies. I was so upset to hear that the PNM is an African party.
But my question is, was that ever said on a political platform? Those statements that people are saying that was said in private places.
No, I heard it from an MP.
On a platform?
Not on a platform, but why say it? Why say it?
And my thing is, ma'am, if you hear that MP said that, this is me, this mightn't be you, but this is me. If an MP said that in a private forum.
Not a private forum. I was in my house here when I heard it.
But that's what I'm asking. Was it in a public meeting?
Right. Well, I'll have to say yes, because I was in my house.
Well, I sorry, but I don't know any. I have been to all the political meetings I think I have ever had in PNM. I've never heard a member of parliament stood up behind a microphone and say PNM is an African-based party. I've never heard that.
I heard it here on the radio. That's the medium. I heard it on the radio, and on
the radio, a member of parliament, African PNM member of parliament on the radio say that PNM is an African-based party. I would like to know who say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mention. it.
But I've never heard it. But I'm hearing people.
So let me say it. I heard it from Marvin Gonzalez, and I was disappointed because he is one of the hardest working MPs, under Mr. Manning, under Mr. Dr. Rowley, and I was really disappointed hearing that coming from him.
I will confront him.
Yes.
I will confront him and ask him if he said that. But I've never heard it. And there are people who are going around saying that it was people who are going around telling people not to vote because not to vote Cho Chong because he's a Chinese and this is an African based party and whatever. I've never heard it, I've never seen it. And when you listen to the unions and you listen to people who was on this platform, clearly that didn't reach them. Because Ms. DeBeek said that she told her members, vote UNC. And the majority of her members are from San Fernando West.
So, Pastor Google,
seriously.
Not ignore those little things. I just hope that we should not ignore it. And because, this is really painful. And I'm happy to hear that young man just now.
Yeah.
And I had been to a lot of the rallies, and I saw a lot of young people really paying attention.
Yes. Yes.
So I know that there is some hope.
Let me ask you this. Don't come off. I want to ask you this, right? I want you to listen to me. So somebody on the live is saying, Pastor Google, you are too bash. If you continue to carry yourself in this manner, you will lose viewers. Too emotional over penny. You think that is a just statement? Based on the conversation we having, you find that is a just statement to make?
What they are saying that you will lose viewers because you are too emotional.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so because people are allowed to call and give their opinions and whatnot. And we have dialogue. So I don't think you will lose viewers because you are emotional.
Okay.
Sometimes you get emotional, but we look forward to this program because, it is objective and people are allowed to make their contributions.
Right.
So I don't think you would lose viewers because you're emotional. Sometimes I feel you could just ignore people.
my aunt who messaged me now telling me the same thing. It has some callers, you just let them talk and then move on.
Yeah, But I thank you for your platform.
Yeah.
I look forward. Sometimes I'm like all over. Where is he tonight? Okay, tonight is not, one of the nights, Yeah.
Thanks again for calling and thanks for your contribution.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay.
Then.
You reach home safely.
I home. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello, you need to take off your television or take off your phone and listen to me.
Right. Good night, Pastor Google.
All right, good evening.
I tuned in late. My apologies. But something clear on my mind with the conversation, I think, was with your last caller, the lady. Watson Duke once said he could say anything he wanted in Tobago because Tobago people don't read, they don't fact check.
Oh, gosh. He said that?
That is part of the... Yeah. That is part of the problem within the mental operations of the membership of the PNM. Because if you paying dues and I do have a PNM party card.
Right.
But if you paying attention to the operations of the party of which you are a member, you would be aware of the accomplishments of the party. The party don't have to be running to be telling you everything. You would be seeing what is going on. I don't know about I don't know about party groups.
All right, but listen to this.
I would imagine that within the party group, you will have a discussion as to what is going on progressive wise.
Right. So listen to this, right? So MP Romain and I was in the media, and we could tell you that just like last night, when we were having the discussion, there are some people who don't listen to whatever. You see, whatever the UNC had to say, they don't listen to it at all. Right? You know that there are some people in Trinidad and Tobago who don't listen to news at all. They don't listen to news. They find news is too depressing. They find news is too... They can't take it. So what we used to say is that, we used to invite MPs and we used to invite ministers. Come on the air. Come on the air. Come and talk to your people. Your people listening to Constructive Talk. Come talk to them and let them know what is your accomplishment. What is the government accomplishment? The people are not totally informed or understand property tax. Send out persons from the ministry to come on the program to explain the property tax. Right? The misinformation, I remember Commander Mr. Dindial, who is the CPO, right? He will have went on a public on a television station and explained that here we're going on now. The government this thing where Dr. Lee getting 45%, that is not true. Right? So what we used to be
increase it, okay?
Yeah, the increase in salary. Yeah. So what we are saying, what we're saying is that the government back then, the People's National Movement back then, have to strategize better in disseminating their information for not just PNM people, but for the nation.
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah.
And that's what the caller was saying. She was asking about that and asking how. You see, we need to, let me tell you something, brother. And this is just me. I could be wrong, but I see it how I see it. If we don't get it right in opposition, how are we going to continue? We're going to go back into governance, or if you understand, with the same mindset and the same attitude. I used to laud Dr. Rowley for something that I will always give him kudos for. You see that conversation with the Prime Minister.
Like the meeting he had in the Panyard in
Exodus Panyard and in Skipper Bunch Panyard and different places. Let me tell you something. That was the best thing he ever did. One of the best things he ever did to communicate with the nation.
Go to the front of the class.
Let me tell you what was the other thing I used to boast and tell him publicly on radio to continue doing. One of the things Dr. Oli used to do was he used to do a PowerPoint presentation. He used to do a PowerPoint presentation of the economy of Trinidad and Tobago. For every old years or coming into New Year's, he used to do that to show the nation what is our expenditure, how we this, and I used to really be looking forward to that. He stopped it. So my thing is, those are mistakes and those are things that I think the PNM need to revisit. Even now in opposition, revisit it and find a way now in opposition to build a momentum with some things like that to create because let's be real, the UNC not doing that.
Well, the other thing, at least one of the things that I listened to the news today, and Shamfa Cujo gave me the impression, or should I say Mrs. Cujo Lewis,
Miss Lewis,
that she gave the impression today that like she is going to start something like that, because she spoke about just the point you made earlier about the number of people registered as members and the number of people who came out to vote, and making the point that needs to climb, that number needs to climb.
It need to.
And if you can start to do it on that level, then hopefully by extension, it will happen for the next general election. so that the people will recognize that as is being experienced now, there are consequences to you voting or not voting.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And people need to understand this is a serious responsibility placed in the hands of the people of the country in selecting a government. Imagine, I in between the basketball and listening to you tonight and jump on Facebook and I seen a thing where Mr. Alexander telling me that the video is AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, really, that's what we coming down to.
Boy, the police need to take his phone, his computer, whatever he has, and go through it. Because if it was AI, why delete it? Why the person deleted it?
There you go. My other thing, I went a little further than that. You know, I was really concerned that this man is experiencing psychological breakdown. It's a tremendous pressure on him if the allegations are truthful. And it appears as though the allegations are truthful because the rant is continuing and the rant is going on into so many other things. You're attacking people from different parties. You're attacking the private members, organizations, and everything else. And it's like you don't care what come out of your mouth. And what is worse is that your leader has said nothing despite making allegations earlier that you tell your people they have to stay in the lane. Nobody from the party has been able to tell this man, shut up, say nothing, put away the phone, pat it down, relax, cool it for 2 days, jump on a plane, leave the country, go somewhere for 2-3 days and get yourself together.
I'm going to tell you something. You will have another outburst, you know.
Well, my concern, I started wondering, is he the holder of a FUL? Because the rant he is carrying on with, one has to be careful as to where he can end up if it is that this man is clearly he is. This is the worst you have seen of his behavior in all the years I have seen him in politics. And it is concerning. It is concerning for his own safety. It is concerning for the people of the country. It is concerning for the country because other countries in the world, if a member of government had behaved that way, they would have been out of a job within 24 hours. There is no way that could have happened in the British government and that person would still be an MP. There is no way that would have happened in Canada, in Australia, and you would still be holding a job. The thing that eats at this, and I hope I end up being your last caller, because our way Brian is come on right after me. The old people had a saying long time, to whom much is given, much is expected. And Mr. Alexander needs to pat it down for his own well-being. As a man, I am concerned about his mental health. Right or wrong, like him, don't like him. This is a life we're dealing with. That we seeing, as a boss of mine used to say, you're on thin ice and you're wearing concrete socks. This is how it looks. And until something comes forward from him that is positive to give people a comfort that you regroup and you're in a good place, people are going to be concerned, whether they joke about it or not. That's a horse of a different color. But I am saying in the meantime, we need to sit down and look at this thing. And as the longer the Prime Minister takes to reel him in and get him to be quiet, the more it puts even a dark cloud over her judgmental skill. You're the leader. The buck stops with you. This is damage control that has to be done for the state of the country. These are postings that are going on the internet, that are going to the globe in a matter of seconds, and we have to wonder, what is the image of the country to the rest of the world? This is not just about a patriot and being, a political patriot. This is about love of country. You don't see these things happening in big countries in the world, and I continue to say it. We like the idea that we are big nation status, but are we thinking the way big status people in their countries think? Are we behaving that way? Come on. Let's put the politics aside for a little while and get serious about how we look to the world. We sit down and we fussing about Stuart Young taking a picture with the acting president in Venezuela. But you know, it's the reality. I listened to a man on the news telling me when the price of oil going up, so we gonna make some money. And it's as if we don't even aware that we are more gas-based economy than oil. But this is where we are. I don't know. I am looking on, and one can only hope that tomorrow Father God will bless us with a better day, a little more positive energy, so that we could, get back on our track of righteousness. We say we love this country. Well, let's try and take the advice of John Fitzgerald Kennedy and ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Right? We all went up in arms, Black Lives Matter with George Floyd. But it was in the 60s that Martin Luther King spoke about having a dream that he longs for the day when a man will be judged not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. And people need to pay attention to these things when all they want to look to hold high office. There is a standard that we need to set. There are precious minds of our children that are on the line, a lot of them on the edge. And as Sparrow tells us in the 70s, where the monkey see, monkey going to do. Rashwati, I God rest his soul, he told us to change your attitude how many decades ago, but what we doing? You go on our platform to tell me about wait, Dorothy, wait. But Black Stalin is the same wait, Dorothy, wait, tell you, pay your taxes, wait, and dead. But you know better days coming, right?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Pastor Google.
All right.
Lessons, take care.
All right. So here's what I have to say my goodbyes. Here's what I have to say my thank you for all of you for being on Constructive Talk this evening. And tomorrow, please God, the People's National Movement is having a meeting at City Hall, Port of Spain. So you know, there will be no program tomorrow, please God, because there is a political meeting. I don't compete with the meetings. I try to get all of you on that platform so that we can give the support that is generally needed. Thanks to all the callers. Thanks to everybody for being a part. All the viewers, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed to the page, please do so before we end the program. Have a good evening, everyone. Talk to you guys on Thursday.
The information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
Coming soon to Constructive Talk Network, Critical Thinkers. It's a youth show with a youth perspective on current affairs and issues in Trinidad and Tobago. Critical Thinkers, youth perspective on Constructive Talk.
Big man can't sit down like man and try to resolve a situation. The power hungry look they carrying on.